Dear Sheila, I have never believed in marriage until I met him. When he asked me to marry him, even though we had only been together for 6 months, everything inside of me seemed to scream yes. I have never been so sure about anyone in my life. I never thought I could experience so much joy. So why do I wake up in the middle of the night and pace with anxiety, unable to breathe, because I'm scared he's going to change his mind and leave me someday? I've always been scared of love. After watching my father abuse my mother when I was a child, I became kind of guarded around men. I promised myself I would never put myself in that position or my children in the position of being abused. I promised myself I would change the toxic story that I grew up in and would never be a victim again. Yet, as guarded and as careful as I was, love has always burned me. My first boyfriend cheated on me twice. No matter how much love I poured into him, it was never enough. I was never enough. The second guy I fell in love with, we never even dated. We were just friends, but he played along that one day we could be more than friends until he decided I would never be the one he wanted. I had decided that I was better off alone. And then I met the love of my life, who made me realize that true love does exist and that I could be loved. He is the kindest, most compassionate, softest, and most loving person I've ever met. And even though I thought I could never trust him, I finally do feel safe with him. The idea of marriage still frightens me. I'm scared that if it doesn't work out between us, I'll never recover because I struggle with depression and suicide ideations. I'm also scared of having children and then getting a divorce because I grew up in a divorced household. So I'm aware of how damaging that can be on a child. What marriage advice can you give me? How can I have a healthy and successful marriage? And what can I do to manage my fears and relationship anxiety? Signed, a concerned future bride. Dear concerned future bride, the most important thing to know is that your past does not equal your future or your present. That is a gift. Your awareness of the situation is also a gift. I strongly suggest that you go through some help and therapy regarding the past issues if you are aware that you still have them, especially with any type of thoughts of suicide ideation. That's something that you need to do right away as soon as possible. Now, beyond that, getting into any type of a relationship after you've been in a situation where you've been hurt is going to take time, and you're going to have to build trust. So it's okay that it takes time, and it's okay if it takes longer than what other people might feel that it needs. I would really suggest that you do some pre-couples, pre-marriage work, and let that be for a long time, as long as it needs to be for you to be ready for it. Because if somebody's willing to commit to spending a life with you, then what is the difference between whether you get married tomorrow or next year or 2 years from now? You're already in a relationship building on a foundation. If you're planning to have children and build this beautiful new relationship based on the new things that you're going to have, not on past situations, that means that you're going to have this relationship between you and your spouse. It's going to be on your terms, and you can work that out together over time so that when you do bring other children into your relationship, or even a puppy, you're going to be ready for that. When you get together, whether you move in together first or get married and then have children, it doesn't matter because you're going to be ready for it. So let that be as long as it needs to be. Give yourself and your relationship the gift of time. I hope this helps. As always, I wish you life, love, laughter, and light. Thank you for listening to Dear Sheila, answering real questions with real solutions to reboot your life. If you have a burning question, submit your question now to www.dearsheila.com. www.dearsheila.com.